name is Kaylin and it is March. That's really exciting. It is my birthday month, so that's really cool. And it's time for another to be crocheted. Yay! Guys, I am so happy like that February is over. I was like, it was a very productive month. I did 3 videos, which is crazy. I even got one up on time, which is crazy. So this is the first video I'm posting since my channel is at a year old. Whoa, that's crazy. But it's also like, it's just been a goddamn month. I've been so busy for like no reason. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I've just been so busy. And then yesterday I got logged out of my TikTok account and I don't know the email or the password or any of that, so I've just been like in the TikTok support like, please just give me the password. I'm very clearly the person who owns this account. And that, I don't know, I like literally since just like yesterday I feel like I'm in like the upside down. I just feel like I'm in like an alternate universe. So it's really just been that way for a while. I just am so busy. There's so much going on and I have no idea what's happening. It's gotta calm down at some point. Inevitably, it has to calm down. That's all I want. I want my TikTok account back and I want everything to chill out. Anyway, I think I've been crocheting a lot this month, and also we have something new, which is crazy. We haven't had something new in forever, so that's really exciting. But first, of course, like always, we're gonna start with my sister's blanket. And guys, I'm almost done with this. We literally, I think I have like 20 rows left, and then weave in the ends and then do the border, and I have to finish it by like the end of May. I think we're gonna be really good. I'm very proud of it. I thought that I was doing a lot. I thought I was crocheting a lot, but apparently I am a liar because I only did 6 rows on here. It felt like way more, but it's fine. I did start the 3rd row, but I haven't done anything past like 3 stitches. But I am feeling very motivated now that I only have like 20 rows left. Whenever I get to the end of a project, I'm like very motivated to finish it because the end is actually in sight. And I think that this looks really good. I'm very proud of it and it feels good. I don't have much to say. I mean, how long have I been talking about this goddamn blanket? Like, I don't have anything to say anymore. I didn't wind the yarn because I'm doing a block of 6 white rows right now, because I think when I wind yarn it can only hold about 4 rows worth of yarn, and so I didn't want to have a ton of knots. I was already using up a little bit of yarn, so there's already gonna be like 1 knot in the middle of it, so I didn't want to have like a ton of knots in this section. That's the downside. I really like crocheting with the wound yarn, but also like then you're gonna have so many knots, so you kind of have to do it if it's like if it was like these 2 rows, it would be perfect because then like it's not gonna be like too long for only 1 skein of wound yarn, but 6 rows is just too much. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know if I remember how to weave in ends. The ends on here are so long. They're like all that long pretty much. They are all so long and I have so many to do. But I'm not like racing or anything, so I can take my time. But overall, I'm very proud of it and I'm so excited to finish it. Maybe it'll happen this month. I think I was saying around April it'll probably happen, which I think is still probably going to be around when it'll happen. I just haven't had much time to crochet again. I've been so busy for some goddamn reason, but hopefully I won't be busy as much anymore and I can start working on this more. And the next, of course, again, like always, is my cousin's bag. I crocheted 6 rows this month. I started with this stem and I started with this next petal, which is also going to connect to the other petal, which I think I'm also close to starting. I haven't been working on this one as much. I know that this is the same amount of rows, but these ones take way longer. And I haven't been working on this one as much because it's just like not as fun. Like I haven't been feeling it because like you really have to like keep a very tight tension. You have to pay way more attention. It's just like not as fun, you know? I like it more when it's like a mindless thing. So another thing is I feel like I'm almost out of this pink one. I still have like half this panel to go and I don't know if this is gonna make it that far, which I can just tie it to another skein of this, but like I don't want to. So we'll see if it stretches all the way to the end, but I don't know. I really need to get working on this. I have like 30 rows to do and the straps and then sew it all together, which I've never done before, by the end of May, and I'm not feeling as hopeful about that. It's just not as fun. Like this is like mindless and fun and like it's not like that serious, but like this, like you really have to pay attention. It is that serious, and then so it's like not as fun. But I do like the way it looks. I really like, I haven't looked at this in a while. I have not been working on this. I think about it and I'm like, I could work on it, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to, so I don't. But maybe this month we'll get working on it, because if not, at least when I get this one done, then I will really have time to focus on that one, and maybe I can just get it done really fast. Okay, on to the exciting thing. I have started another blanket. I know, it is the same pattern as this one, different colors. I can't stop. It's easy and I know it. And this was a request. I've talked about this before. My dad said that he wanted a blanket. I have this blue summer blanket, which is what this one is based off of. This is literally just changed colors of that one, and I made the pattern longer. But he really likes that blanket, so, and he's been using my First Leg Surprise Song blanket, and I do appreciate that he's using it, but like, and it's like subject to like getting messed up. You know, if my cat's there, he can like pull at the stitches, and I don't want it to get messed up. I worked very hard on that, which otherwise it is just like sitting in a pile, so. But he requested his own blanket months ago. I don't quite remember when it was, in green. So I told him I would. I didn't promise anytime soon, because they take me about like 9 months to make, but I said I would make him one. I got the yarn in September, and it's just been sitting there, and it's been in the back of my mind like, well, I have to start it, because starting is the hardest part, right? Because you have to chain it, and then you have to crochet into the chain, which is the worst thing ever. And then it's easy and smooth sailing from there, but the first part, starting, is the hardest part. I mean, that's the way it is for everything ever, but you know, so it's been in the back of my mind, and I was like, well, I just have to start it, and it was on my to-do list for a while, and I wanted to check it off. That's actually how I lost access to my TikTok account. I was just trying to be productive, check things off my to-do list, and it bit me in the ass. So I chained it. I did like, I think 159, and you know, normally the big problem with chaining is like doing it and then having to go back and count everything. You lose track so easily, and I have a ton of stitch markers. Like literally this whole tin is just stitch markers, and I'm like, I need to be using these more. I use like one per project, and I need to be using them more. So I put a stitch marker in every 25 chains, and then, you know, just kind of from there, and I just hoped for the best, because then we had to move on to crocheting in the chain, which is the worst thing ever. I was doing that for days. That is the absolute worst part, because it doesn't matter how loose you try to make your chain, this goes through both loops. So I am always like sitting there trying the second loop over the hook, and it hurt. My fingers hurt so bad just in there, like for all of them, and it takes forever, but I finally finished it. And luckily I finished it on the first try. The amount of chains was right, because it's very specific with this pattern. It has to be an odd number. So if you miscount or something is wrong and it's an even number, you're gonna have to redo the whole thing. And then you're probably gonna have to redo the whole chain too, because you're not gonna remember, like it's gonna be hard to keep track of like the chains once you like undo it, you know? So I was so worried. I was like, if I do this whole thing and I have to restart, I'm gonna like set it on fire. I didn't though, because we got it first try, which thank God. I would have been so upset, but we got it on one try, and then it has been smooth sailing from there. I have done 3 rows so far, so not much. It's just start. I just need to get started. I've done 3 rows. I started the 4th one. I'm doing a purple stitch marker because you can see it against it and it's cute. I didn't wind this one either because this is 8 rows, and again, I don't want a knot in there, but it's looking good so far. It's kind of, this happens like every time. It's kind of like a curve, but who cares, whatever, it doesn't matter. I think it's looking good though, and it seems promising. I still have like 120 rows to do though, so that one, I originally was gonna have it done, it wasn't gonna be done by his birthday. That's what he wanted, but it wasn't gonna happen because his birthday was late February. That was not gonna happen. And then I was gunning for Father's Day, but with these two right now, that's not gonna happen either. It takes me about 9 months to make a blanket. So I think I could definitely have it done by Christmas, which is crazy to say in March, but I think I could definitely have it done by Christmas. And I need to stop setting deadlines so soon and like freaking out when I know it's not even gonna get done. Christmas, I think, is very manageable, especially because once these are out of the way, I do have to do another thing. I'm making a bag for my grandma. I have to start that. But other than that, I don't really think I'm working on anything right now. I was gonna make curtain ties, but those were kind of hard. I don't know if I'm gonna do them. I got like a 3mm hook for it, or some kind of 3mm hook. It like was so hard. So I might, because I'm using this yarn that uses, it's meant to be a 5.5. I use a 6 and I've used a 5 before. So I might just up the hook size. Because I was worried about messing it up because I've never made something like that before. But I think I might just up the hook size and like hope for the best. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm using scrap yarn. I can just undo it and re-roll it. It's not that big of a deal. But that is everything that I'll be crocheting in this month of March. It's not much. I don't really think about it that often. I've just been so busy. I can't think about anything. So maybe my schedule will come down and then I can actually crochet. If you watched all the way through, what you did, if you got to this point, thank you so much for watching. You should tell me happy birthday, because my birthday is coming up. If you would like to maybe like and or subscribe and or comment, you don't have to, but it means a lot if you do. That is all I have, and maybe I will see you next time in April or whatever my next video is. Bye!